All right. Just like last time, introduce yourself and then talk about what Jim has prompted you to say about this, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Hello, my name is Adolpho Amador, and this is Puzzometry Hex. It's the new addition to the Puzzometry family. There's a total of 14 pieces here, and there's no direction to them. So they can be turned upside down, right side up, and they all have multiple sides. So there are a number of ways they can fit onto the puzzle, but there's only one way to actually complete the puzzle, and that's the hard challenge with this game, because you never know how the pieces are going to fit and exactly where they go. See, I'm kind of getting them to fit, but in reality this is probably not the answer to the puzzle, because it takes, I want to say it takes luck to solve it, and random chance, but once you solve it, then it all makes sense, because everything fits perfectly. See, it's kind of coming together, but eventually, hopefully, it won't work for the purposes of the video. See, it's not going to work, because there's that piece, and it might work. So the purposes of this is to make it extremely complicated so that you can't solve it. And I was really close, one square off. So the last piece, now you have to kind of start over, because this could all be wrong. This piece could end up over here in reality, and none of this will be in this configuration. So that's why it's one of the hardest puzzles I've ever attempted.
And there's no solution guide that gets shipped.
There's no solution guide. So you have to figure out everything by yourself.
What I like about this is that, when you mentioned earlier that the one piece may, be one side and it could be flipped over. And so you kind of like, you go that extra, with a traditional puzzle that might have a picture on it, it's one side, where pieces kind of go. You can kind of fudge it a little bit like say if it's a bird and you see an eye, well, this looks like it goes to the beak or whatever. This is clear. So how do you think about that as far as this puzzle is concerned? I mean, do you think you can get a lot of mileage out of this?
I think it usually takes people minimally a day to solve this. I solved it in a couple of hours, because I kind of looked at it and then I went to sleep. I couldn't solve it at all, and I woke up in the morning and in 5 minutes put it together, because the puzzle pieces kind of just clicked in my brain. But it definitely takes a lot of time to solve it, because it's completely random. The only person who really knows the solution is the inventor, and probably he forgot it now too. So yeah, you will definitely be using this for a while, because see, and for some reason I think this is right, but this is wrong. It still doesn't want to fit. Because it does take time to figure out the pattern, or actually there is no pattern. It takes time to figure out how to piece things together. And then at one point, you'll just stare at it and, okay, all the pieces go right there, and you'll solve it. But it takes time to get there. I've only attempted one of the puzzles. Well, I've attempted both of them, the original and the squares one. I haven't solved the squares one yet, but the original I have. And
because I was going to ask you, you've solved it once, one of the puzzles once. Did you try to go back, and how easy was it to solve it the second time?
once you solve it once, I guess since it takes so long to solve it, you just memorize the layout of it. I solved it once, and I could keep solving it for the next couple of days, because it was just etched in my brain.
Now, keep in mind that that you probably have mad brain skills, and compared to the average human, I mean, I mean, do you feel that the average person is going to? I mean, I guess what am I getting at here is that
Gonna enjoy it or get frustrated?
yeah, frustrated. Where's the enjoyment, frustration, or both? Are they going to love it because they're frustrated beyond belief trying to solve a puzzle? What are your thoughts?
I think, I guess the average person will definitely be frustrated. I was definitely frustrated at first, but
Will they be satisfied with the frustration of trying to solve it?
they will be satisfied when they solve it. That's the pinnacle of the satisfaction, because you struggle so much to try to solve it, and once you solve it, it's like, yes, I'm awesome, and then you can give up forever. But
Well, why would you want to give? I mean, we don't want to give up forever. This seems like something that we want to play on and on. I mean,
Versions.
yeah, I guess what you're saying is that when you've completed the first version, you should get the second version, right?
Yes, get the second version so that you can experience more frustration. That's definitely good advice, because being frustrated means that you can't solve everything right away. So I mean, it kind of helps you.
It's a good life lesson.
Yeah, it's a good life
Does that
lesson.
help in your competition building? Being
It's-
frustrated and working it out?
Well, he just said it earlier. What I found fascinating is that he played it and he reached a point where it was like, I can't deal with this.
Well, he's
But
a genius.
but then he
Explains
took a nap, and like we might, and then saw like a vision in his head and was able to complete it.
And do you know that's how Tesla and Einstein came up with their brilliant theories? Is
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Genius.
genius here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So I definitely found enjoyment playing this puzzle, because see, I'm still playing it now, and these pieces seem to fit somehow, but they never do. I need a dog bone thingy right here.
I was just thinking dog bone too.
Yeah, here's the dog bone, but that should go over there. I found them fascinating because you have trouble solving it. Like the box puzzles nowadays, you can just look at the picture on the front cover, solve it in a matter of maybe minutes, maybe an hour. But this, you'll never be able to solve it with the help of someone else. You have to solve it by yourself.
You know, I'm reminded as a kid from the 80s, something similar to this, and it would have been a Rubik's Cube.
right, you could tear the stickers off and rearrange them.
Tr-
That's
you- I-
the
I
first
w-
thing I did
I would-
after day one.
I would pop the blocks off, to be honest with you. I didn't want to peel the stickers and lose the sticker cohesiveness.
Nice alignment.
Yeah. So, but
cheating
what
here.
I love about it, once again, is that we're looking at it's clear acrylic. Now, I think I've seen another one that's
That's
black.
sweet color, yeah.
It once again, you still don't know what's north or south, east or west, and even if you take that into account, you still can flip the puzzle piece over, because it may not. You may think it's one way, and it could be the other way. What do you think about that?
That is extremely true, because see, like right here, the only piece that's missing is another one of these, but I don't have another one of these, so it's wrong somehow. And I have
Looks
this
like
one.
you're left over with a UFO piece, or
And see, it could be a longhorn, it could be a UFO,
or a Batman,
or a Batman. Yeah.
So, you just brought up an interesting angle on this, is because, you see the pieces and you start associating them, hey, that's a Batman piece, or that's a bone. And so I guess as you keep going on and you start applying, like saying, yeah, I need a Batman piece, or the bone here, or, so I guess it gets to a point where you can associate certain designs to say, oh, that fits there. Is that correct?
Yes, that is definitely correct. On the original, I had only solved this much, and by solved, I air quotes solved, because I didn't know if it was right or wrong. But looking back at the pieces, they fit perfectly in this area. So then I knew exactly how to rearrange them, and that was the first time I solved that puzzle. This one, you just have to go through it, and then you eventually, if you do it enough times, you will memorize the shape of the pieces, and it'll just come together somehow. It's just gonna pop in your brain.
So basically, when you go to sleep tonight, you're going to think, oh, that's how I could have solved that puzzle.
Probably, because I mean I'm a piece off, and I don't know how it fits, and I probably won't figure it out right now, but it's this piece. Maybe I have to move this over here and change this. I don't know. It's definitely going to it takes time to solve it, but it's definitely worth the effort of solving it.
Well, Solano, what could we rate this puzzle at? I always go to you during these times where I ask you this question, and I say I would give this 5 out of 5 rocket ships, but you like to go into a different direction.
5 out of 5 robots.
Well, 5 out of 5 robots it is. So we will go ahead and make sure that the links are available on the website so that you can get your very own, and we appreciate you taking the time to demonstrate.
Well, thank you for having me.
As always, thank you.